Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. But you know what? Welcome to another Tutorial Tuesday. Oh, it seemed really insincere, but I swear it's not. I didn't notice these lights and cameras setting up. Anyway, welcome! Well, you're probably getting to the end of your trimester now, and you're probably thinking, I'm gonna slap some credits on the end of my film. Well, stop right there, because what I'm gonna show you is a couple of basic rules to follow when creating your credits. Your credits don't have to be over the top or lavish to look good. You can have nice, clean, professional graphics, and once you know the rules, then you can start breaking them. Now, the first thing I want to preface is that you can do this in whatever your preferred program is. For your standard credit scroll, you're going to start off by creating two separate text layers, one for the role and one for the name. Now, this is important because if you start doing one in one text and just center it like a whole bunch of you do, you're going to get something a little like this. And you'll notice that it's now all centered, but every name and every role is a different amount of letters. So it's centering to the whole rather than separating each one. Now, half of you are going to be like, oh, but why did you just do tab? Tab will do it. Tab does nothing. Tab makes a bigger space and that's about it. So don't do that. So we're going to delete this, create a new text layer, one to the right, and I'm just going to start by writing a name. I'm going to say Chancellor Anderson. I'm going to align this one to the left because you want your names to the right and your roles to the left. Now I'm going to duplicate this layer and change it to director. And I'm going to align this one to the right, director even. And so we align both of them to the center with approximately 80 pixels in between each one. Now, if that's really to taste, you just want to separate the two. Then we're going to go down and we're going to start listing off the crew. So I'm going to go producer, I'm going to go director of photography, first assistant director, second assistant director. What other crew members are there? And once we've got those roles in, you can open the other text layer and start typing them in. Now, because these are duplicates, they're the exact same size, exact same spacing, and you can just start typing in each one. And now you've got them separated but centered, and you can scroll those up and they look hunky-dory. Now, what you may have noticed is that I've got all the roles in lower caps and all the names in all caps. Now, the reason you do this, and you can do this in multiple different ways, but you want to separate and distinguish your roles from your names. The names are more important, so you want to make them more legible, and you want to draw your eye to them. So I did that by making the left text lowercase and made the names uppercase, but you can use the left ones thin, the right ones bold. You can have, I'm thinking of other ways, you can have the left ones in a smaller font and the right ones in a bigger font. As long as they line up and you have distinguished each one from the other, then it's golden. If you have a smaller crew, there's no need to resort to a rolling credit scroll. By using a credit scroll, you just highlight how small your crew is, and it's weird. Some people make it really slow because otherwise it doesn't run enough time, and that's weird as well. So in that case, you can use these same rules and just pop them up on screen. You can separate the role and the name either vertically or horizontally. It's purely up to taste. Something you have to keep in mind this entire time is your font choices. Font is incredibly important. A bad font can ruin a good credit sequence. Some fonts are just bad. Don't use a bad font. If you've chosen a font and you're wondering, is this a bad font? Google it, and if you've used Myriad, Arial, Comic Sans, Papyrus, Minion, then it's a bad font, and use something better. Some classics that are built into all Macs are Futura and Helvetica. They're very clean fonts, very simple sans serif fonts. They don't need much playing around. They come in bold, they come in thin, so you can do any style of credits you want with that one font. And it hasn't gotten to the point of oversaturation that it's gross, like Arial or Myriad. And it really is as simple as this. Now, once you know the basics and you know basic graphic design, you can start changing these and going against the rules. But when you're just starting out, stick to these rules so you can have really professional looking credits. Now, it is incredibly simple. You shouldn't have someone creating a video just to explain it to you. But seeming I did, I hope I never see this problem in the future because I will be incredibly upset and you don't want to see me when I'm upset. I'm like the Hulk, but more boring. So that's it, guys, for another Tutorial Tuesday. Look, do good. Thanks.